Welcome back to another Fishing Challenge Friday. I'm Fletcher the Fisherman, and today we are making Lego lures. So here's what I got for us to use today. We have some just cheap little creative kits from Lego. Basically just comes with a bunch of pieces to kind of do whatever you want with. Some super glue to put it all together, some treble hooks to actually make it a lure, and some weights to actually maybe kind of weight the lure itself a little bit internally so it'll sink. Let's crack these open. And in the left corner, at 3.5 grams, we have Crawdaddy. And in the right corner, at 4.3 grams, we have Walking Willie. Who will be the champion? Well, I totally made up those weights, and this is not a lure competition, but let's go ahead and get these lures in the water and see what they can do. Now that we're on the water, I'm starting out with what I'm calling the Walking Willie lure, just because I tried to make a walking bait out of Legos because I know they float. So let's go ahead and throw it in here and see how that walking action actually is. Let's see if it actually floats and we get the walking action. Okay, it floats. All right, it has a slight walk to it. It's very subtle. Hopefully it's enough to trigger one of these bass into biting. I'm not gonna get any ferocious pop with it, but it does walk. I'm definitely happy with that. Definitely happy with that. All right, time to catch a fish with it. I'm actually shocked at how well this thing is walking. I mean, by no means is it the action of a spook, but for being square pretty much all the way around and no round edges, I didn't think this thing was gonna walk too well or if at all, and it's doing a halfway decent job. Definitely not any thrashing on the walk, but enough little back and forth action to hopefully get one of these aggressive little bass on the end of this hook. I'm real quick gonna see how it does as a popper. See if I can get some kind of popping action. Oh, I think that might be better. I think I might change the name of this bait to the Poppin' Polly. I mean, it's popping good. Much better than it's walking. Oh, there we go! Oh, Poppin' Polly! That is how it's done. Woo! There we go, this little dude came out and smacked it. I switched it over to a popping style bait, and almost instantly I got results. This little guy, probably 2 pounds, if that, came up and absolutely swamped it. Let's go ahead and let this guy go. Oh, I think, wait, he's telling me something real quick. What's that? Subscribe? Dude, you can't just be asking for subs like that. All right, sorry about that, guys. Let's go ahead and get this dude back in the water. Thank you for being the first Lego fish. Have a good swim. Woo, acrobat. Since that literally took all of 5 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and try to catch another fish on this lure before we switch over to the Crawdaddy. That was awesome. I mean, almost instant results. Those are bass hanging out. There he goes. 2 casts back in a row, the Lego lure. The Lego lure, he did not hit it as hard, but it's a bigger fish. Oh my God. The Lego lure challenge is a success. Can't wait to get the Crawdaddy in the water right after this fish. Literally back-to-back casts. That is wild. Let's go ahead and get this sucker back in. Definitely a quality fish. And in the boat. This long brute just came up and smoked it literally the second cast after the first fish. I mean, back to back, Walking Willie, sorry, Polly Popper. God, I don't even know what I called it, but whatever I called it, this little Lego popping lure has worked magic. 2 bass back to back. Time to let this pretty girl back in the water. Adios. That is what I'm talking about, guys. Literally back-to-back casts with the Lego popping lure. I mean, there's nothing else to say but subscribe. I mean, literally, you only get that on this channel. That is absolutely wild. All right, now it is time to move on to the Crawdaddy. I thought I did a pretty good job with this little Crawdaddy lure. Tried to make the claws out of some little red Legos. I got these little antennas working with these little lever pieces, I guess. And then the eyeballs looking nice and angry, ready for a bass to strike it. It's ready to put up a fight. So let's go ahead and get this little dude in the water and see if we can have the same production as, what did I call it? The Walkin' Willie, the Polly Popper, something like that. Whatever I called it, that thing was awesome. Let's get to the crawdaddy. So in addition to the crawdaddy itself, I added a bullet weight and a bullet weight stopper. This is really just attempt at trying to keep this thing down and from floating. Hopefully it kind of just stays right in the middle of the water column and just kind of flutters around. I don't want it to get on the bottom. There's a lot of algae and there's a treble hook on here, and that's just going to cause a lot of madness. So I went with a lightweight bullet weight. Hopefully it floats right in the column. Let's get it in and see how it performs. Just how I thought it would. Literally just barely fluttering in the water, barely falling. Nice slow rate. We're gonna have a fish on this in no time. God, my inner 12-year-old really outdid itself today. I mean, this might not even be a challenge. These Legos are just too good looking. All right, the crawdaddy is not standing up to the Polly Popper. Not off the back. Maybe it produces the biggest fish. We will have to see. I mean, I've only been fishing with it for like 10 minutes, so not getting my hopes up. I've seen a few looks. Oh, there's a fish looking at it. He's looking at it. Oh, he came up and nipped at it. He backed off. He backed off. Maybe this lure is looking just a little bit too fierce for these guys. I really put some angry eyeballs on them. Super glue is really doing its job. No signs of it falling apart. These things feel like they're on there pretty tight. By the way, I'm releasing these on Tackle Warehouse, limited supply. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm not actually putting these on Tackle Warehouse. That would be pretty cool, though. I'd be interested to see how either one of these lures would sell. I'm telling you, I made this little bait way too angry looking. These guys don't want anything to do with this little bait. Oh God, there's two big bass going after it. Oh, they're right there. Oh, no. Oh, he's right here. He's right here. There's two bass going. They were literally right here following it. They wouldn't commit to it. Cheating a little bit. Actually, this garlic's made by Lego. This is Lego garlic. All right. I think it's time to take the bullet weight off this thing and try to make this thing pop as well. There we go. There we go. Oh, got no drag. Got no drag. There we go. Oh God, finally. Oh God. Oh God, this chair's way in my lip. God, that chair was in my way. Finally got one on the crawdaddy. And there it is. Challenge complete. Let's go. There we go. That is how you catch a fish on a Lego lure. Say hello to the crawdaddy one more time. A little yellowed up from the garlic sand that I put on it, but that is something else. You said you wanted to tell me something? You're my daddy, what? And that, you want people to like the video? Well, I can agree with the second phrase, but I'm not quite so sure about the first one. Anyways, guys, let's let this guy go. He's been a good sport. Bye-bye. Oh, kick. Oh, and there he goes. Off into the abyss. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. And if you enjoyed it, drop a thumbs up, subscribe, and as always, bassing is a passion. Peace